Welcome back to Quiz Citadel. Do you think you are a quiz pro? Let's play this 50 questions quiz and find out. From which color does the Colorado River in the U.S. derive its name? Colorado means colored red in Spanish, named by the early Spanish explorers for the river's reddish hue caused by the red silt it carries. Which strait separates Russia's Far East from Alaska? The Bering Sea separates Alaska from Russia's Far East, forming part of the boundary between North America and Asia. Who is credited with the invention of the pendulum clock? Christiaan Huygens invented the first successful pendulum clock in 1656, greatly improving timekeeping accuracy compared to earlier clocks. What is a group of wolves called? A group of wolves is called a pack, which usually consists of family members working together to hunt and survive. In which year did the Bolshevik Revolution take place? The Bolshevik Revolution, also known as the October Revolution, took place in Russia in 1917 and led to the rise of the Soviet Union. Which constellation is depicted on the flag of Samoa? The Southern Cross, a group of 5 stars, prominently visible in the Southern Hemisphere, is featured on the flag of Samoa. What is the largest planet in the solar system? Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, both by mass and volume, and is more than 300 times as massive as Earth. The quote, "government of the people, by the people," is attributed to? The famous quote, "government of the people, by the people," comes from Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address in 1863, emphasizing democracy and equality. What is the chemical symbol of sodium? The chemical symbol for sodium is Na, derived from the Latin word natrium, which was used to refer to the alkaline substance. Who was the first person to walk in space? Alexei Leonov became the first person to walk in space in 1965 when he exited his spacecraft during the Soviet Voskhod 2 mission. On which day is International Workers' Day observed? International Workers' Day, also known as Labor Day, is observed on May 1st each year to honor workers and their contributions worldwide. What is the national bird of Guatemala? The resplendent Quetzal is Guatemala's national bird, symbolizing freedom and the country's rich cultural heritage. Who was the author of Gulliver's Travels? Jonathan Swift authored Gulliver's Travels, which was published in 1726 as a satirical travel narrative critiquing society and human nature. What is the full form of NASA? NASA stands for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the U.S. federal agency responsible for space exploration, research, and technology development. What is the currency of Thailand called? The baht is the official currency of Thailand, and it has been in use since the 19th century, symbolizing the country's economy. Who were the first persons to climb Mount Everest? Edmund Hillary from New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay from Nepal were the first to reach the summit of Mount Everest in 1953, marking a historic achievement in mountaineering. Which is the largest hydroelectric dam in the world? The Three Gorges Dam in China is the largest hydroelectric dam in the world by capacity, generating more electricity than any other dam on the planet. Istanbul in Turkey was formerly known as? Istanbul was formerly known as Constantinople until 1930, when the name was officially changed after the founding of the Republic of Turkey. Which of these sportspersons is associated with badminton? PV Sindhu is a renowned Indian badminton player and a world champion, known for her achievements in international competitions, including Olympic medals. What is the national animal of China? The giant panda is native to China and is the country's national animal. Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is located on the banks of which river? Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is situated on the banks of the Nile River, the longest river in the world. According to the Bible, on which day did Jesus rise from the dead? According to the Bible, Jesus rose from the dead on the third day after his crucifixion, which was a Sunday. This day is now celebrated as Easter. What is the area of a parallelogram with length 10 centimeters and height 8 centimeters? To find the area of a parallelogram, you multiply the base by the height. In this case, the base is 10 centimeters and the height is 8 centimeters. So the area is 10 times 8 equals 80 square centimeters. What was the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact? The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact was a non-aggression treaty signed in 1939 between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, which allowed both countries to avoid conflict and secretly divide Eastern Europe into spheres of influence. Which of these countries comprise Scandinavia? Scandinavia traditionally consists of 3 countries, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, all of which share historical, cultural, and linguistic ties in the northern part of Europe. What are aurora borealis? Aurora borealis, or northern lights, are natural light displays seen in high-latitude regions near the Arctic Circle. These lights are caused when charged particles from the sun interact with Earth's magnetic field. Who was the inventor of the ballpoint pen? Laszlo Biro, a Hungarian-Argentine inventor, created the modern ballpoint pen in the 1930s, revolutionizing writing with a design that replaced inkwells and fountain pens. What is the fear of light called? Photophobia is the term used for an extreme sensitivity or fear of light, often causing discomfort or pain when exposed to bright lights. In which year did Albert Einstein publish the theory of relativity? Albert Einstein published his theory of special relativity in 1905, revolutionizing our understanding of space, time, and energy with the famous equation E equals mc squared. What does the emblem on the flag of Kyrgyzstan represent? The emblem on the flag of Kyrgyzstan features a red sun with 40 rays, symbolizing the unity of the country. The lines inside the sun represent the roof of a traditional Kyrgyz yurt, a symbol of the nation's nomadic heritage. Which is the fastest bird? The Peregrine Falcon holds the title of the fastest bird, capable of diving at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour, making it not only the fastest bird, but also the fastest animal on the planet during its hunting dive. Name the person who famously said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Martin Luther King Jr. famously wrote this statement in his letter from Birmingham jail in 1963, highlighting the interconnectedness of justice and the need for collective action against inequality. Which of the following elements is magnetic at room temperature? Cobalt, along with iron and nickel, is one of the three elements that are magnetic at room temperature. Which was the first spacecraft to reach Uranus? Voyager 2 was the first spacecraft to reach Uranus, flying past the planet in 1986, providing valuable data and images, which has enhanced our understanding of the distant planet and its moons. On which day is World Press Freedom Day observed? World Press Freedom Day is observed annually on May 3rd to highlight the importance of press freedom, raise awareness about media freedom violations, and honor journalists who have fought for the right to report the truth. What is the national bird of Venezuela? The troupial, a brightly colored songbird with a striking orange and black plumage, is Venezuela's national bird. Who is the author of Don Quixote? Miguel de Cervantes, a Spanish author, wrote the novel Don Quixote in the early 17th century, which is considered one of the greatest works of literature and a foundational text in Western literary tradition. What is the full form of NAFTA? NAFTA stands for the North American Free Trade Agreement, a trade bloc that was established to reduce trade barriers and increase economic cooperation between the US, Canada, and Mexico. What is the currency of Madagascar called? The currency of Madagascar is called the Malagasy Ariary and is used for transactions across the country, having replaced the Malagasy franc in 2005. Who was the first person to reach the South Pole? Roald Amundsen, a Norwegian explorer, became the first person to reach the South Pole in December 1911, beating the British team led by Robert Falcon Scott by about a month. In which year was the Golden Gate Bridge completed? The Golden Gate Bridge, an iconic suspension bridge connecting San Francisco to Marin County, was completed in 1937. With which sport is Lionel Messi associated? Lionel Messi is considered one of the greatest footballers ever and is known for his skills, vision, and scoring ability. He has played for FC Barcelona and the Argentina national team. Dutch East Indies was the former name of? The Dutch East Indies was the name for Indonesia during Dutch colonial rule. The name was changed to Indonesia in 1949 upon independence. The terms full toss and Yorker are associated with? In cricket, a full toss is a ball that reaches the batter without bouncing, while a Yorker is pitched at the batsman's feet to target the stumps. Both are key bowling strategies. What is the national animal of Indonesia? Yes, the Komodo Dragon, a large and powerful lizard native to the islands of Komodo, Rinca, and Flores, is the national animal of Indonesia. On the banks of which river is New York City located? New York City lies along the Hudson River, which flows through eastern New York State. According to the Bible, what event does the Passover commemorate? Passover, a central event in Jewish tradition, commemorates the Israelites' escape from slavery in Egypt, celebrating their survival of the final plague and Exodus under Moses' leadership. The UAR was a political alliance between which of these countries? The United Arab Republic, UAR, was a political union between Egypt and Syria formed in 1958 to promote Arab unity. It ended in 1961 when Syria withdrew due to political disagreements. Between which years did the Great Plague take place? The Great Plague, or Black Death, caused by Yersinia pestis, struck Europe between 1347 and 1351, killing an estimated 25 to 30 million people. If 5 workers working 8 hours a day finish a task in 6 days, how many workers are needed for finishing the same task in 4 days, working 6 hours a day? Let the number of required workers be W. Work given is the same. So, what was achieved by 5 workers working 8 hours per day in 6 days has to be achieved by W workers in 4 days, working 6 hours a day. So, W times 4 times 6 equals 5 times 8 times 6. Solving, we get W equals 10.
How many of these did you get right? Let us know in the comments section. Pick your next challenge and make sure to like and subscribe.